Mr. Manoogian.
Thank you, Mr. Mayor, Mayor Gordon, City Council members, staff, public at large. Last week I came to speak to you about what I spoke to on the 22nd of April, which is the conflict going on in Syria and the human rights offenses that are taking place, and a lot being caused, unfortunately, by our own government, the United States government, who are supporting the insurgency, terrorists, and so on. And I asked of City Council of the possibility of outreach, and unfortunately, during your response to public comment, there was no answer of any type. So I once again am here to ask you, what can we, the City of Burbank, do to enlighten our citizens, who our citizens here are being represented by the 38th District by Councilman Adam Schiff. And you know, we've had, for instance, on the 22nd, we talked about how we are the city that prides ourselves in standing up for human rights, and we many times each year we commemorate some atrocity that took place in the world, whether it's the Armenian genocide in 1915, whether it's the Jewish Holocaust, some atrocity. And here we are now at a point in our history where we could actually stand up and prevent another genocide or an atrocity to take place, so we don't have to add to our calendar every year remembering the Syrian atrocity. And so, again, I invite everybody to visit our website, which is getting filled up with more and more information. And our information that we post there is, for the most part, I'd say 95+% confirmed information, which is very accurate. And as you, maybe somebody's visited, I gave everybody brochures the last time, so I'm hoping that maybe you guys had a chance to actually take a look at that, because this really is an opportunity for the City of Burbank to practice what it preaches. And if we are the human rights city and we believe in human rights, then this is a really good opportunity for us on a formal level to address this issue, and not just to start screaming out allegations. No, to actually educate people, to research, to put together a committee. I'm more than willing to be a part of that committee, to educate our people to know what's going on, because at the end of the day, what goes on in our name outside of the United States borders falls on us at the end of the day. That's who we are. That's why we have representatives. And if our representative is not informed or is not guided by us to do as we believe is the right thing to do, then it's our responsibility to educate our representative. Today, Adam Schiff has been avoiding meeting with me in a small group of his constituents since September regarding this issue. And I invite, again, City Council of comments after to chime in and say, can we do something? Do we have something in the city which we can use, some sort of resource to reach out to people, to educate them, to put together a committee, and to start, having our representative, at least approaching our representative, to do as we need. So again, I invite everybody to visit nobombsforsyria.com. And I also invite City Council members to comment tonight as to what we can do and to educate and to get our people to lend their voice to justice and truth, as we've all grown up in America saying the Pledge of Allegiance, as I have, and practice what we preach. Thank you very much.
Thank you, Mr. Manoogian. Okay, then we're going to close the first period of public comment. Do any council members wish to respond to the speakers this evening? Seeing none, I have a few comments. Mr. Garrison, you referenced the water and power guy. His name's Mr. Davis, Ron Davis, and he'll be more than happy, I'm sure, if you have any specific questions, to answer them. For those folks who commented, congratulating me, thank you. I do appreciate the opportunity to serve as mayor, working really hard to do a good job here. I think there are some of the questions about the budget that may come up in our discussions. Any other comments by council members? Okay, so we will move on now, and the first item for this evening is a report to council. It's a preview of the proposed fiscal year 2014-15 budget. City Manager's Office and Financial Services Department will be presenting. Mr. Scott, thank you.
To be fair, we had helped to create the problem we're now fighting.
How?
Because when the Soviet Union invaded Afghanistan, we had this brilliant idea that we were going to come to Pakistan and create a force of mujahideen, equip them with Stinger missiles and everything else to go after the Soviets inside Afghanistan. And we were successful. The Soviets left Afghanistan, and then we said, great, goodbye, leaving these trained people who were fanatical in Afghanistan and Pakistan, leaving them well armed, creating a mess, frankly, that at the time we didn't really recognize. We were just so happy to see the Soviet Union fall, and we thought, okay, fine, we're okay now. Everything's going to be so much better. Now you look back, the people we're fighting today, we were supporting in the fight against the Soviets.
We also have a history of kind of moving in and out of Pakistan. I mean, let's remember here, the people we are fighting today, we funded 20 years ago. And we did it because we were locked in this struggle with the Soviet Union. They invaded Afghanistan, and we did not want to see them control Central Asia. And we went to work. And it was President Reagan, in partnership with the Congress, led by Democrats, who said, you know what, sounds like a pretty good idea. Let's deal with the ISI and the Pakistani military, and let's go recruit these mujahideen, and let's get some to come from Saudi Arabia and other places, importing their Wahhabi brand of Islam, so that we can go beat the Soviet Union. And guess what? They retreated, they lost billions of dollars, and it led to the collapse of the Soviet Union. So there's a very strong argument, which is, it wasn't a bad investment to end the Soviet Union, but let's be careful what we sow, because we will harvest. And we now are making up for a lot of lost time.